Greetings, friends. Happy Pisces New Moon. I'm so happy to be with you today. Oh my gosh, what an amazing uh, 10 weeks it's been since the first of the year. I don't know about you, the manifestations keep coming faster and faster and bigger and better. And really, I'm running as fast as I can to keep up. And I know, even though I know this is the auspice of the dog year and this is the year for bringing things into form, it's calling on all of my tools to stay present, to take care of myself, and to stay out of overwhelm so that I can ride this wave and really participate in the magic that's happening all around me. So I encourage you also to know that there's a lot of change this year. It's fortunate. Even the challenges are incredibly fortunate in big picture. And so our work now is to stay together, to help each other, to carry each other when we need to run together, to celebrate together, to play together, and to help each other, to share what we know and to share our insights, because each of us has a unique perspective about the amazing changes that are unfolding and the powerful time that we're in, and we each have something to contribute, including our insights and our understandings. So the challenge is right now, the immense responsibility we all feel, and that's part of dog year, is to use the responsibility to turn it inside instead of feeling overwhelmed by having to do things, which many of us have been trained to do, to turn the responsibility inside to commit to showing up fully. And so this is all circling around to the message of this new moon in Pisces, which is all about showing up and what it means to show up in a new way and in a new level that will help each of us transcend to a new ability to really be present to what we're here for. So we're in the last 3 days, the last 3 degrees of Pisces with this new moon. The new moon occurs, did I already say? The new moon occurs at 6:12 a.m. on Saturday, March 17th. I'm recording this message Friday afternoon and in anticipation of the coming month. And I'm very much feeling the intensity of what we're all bringing forward and the depth and the richness, not intensity in a bad way, but a concentration of so much power and so much will and so much commitment and so much possibility, and a feeling of the depths of the richness and the magic and the interface right now with mystical truth and practical physical truth. That's what Pisces is bringing forward. The moon card represents Pisces, and in this card we're invited to walk through the gates of initiation into mystery and into the darkness that enables us to move inside and connect with our inner light and our inner truth. The figures of Anubis guarding the threshold in the cards signify that we are always helped, we're always guarded, and we're always guided. We're never alone, even when it feels like that. So we're in a period right now, if you follow the lunar cycles, of a concentration of all that's come before, going to the depths of our emotions and our deepest emotional strength and our deepest emotional knowingness into wisdom itself, so that we can feel the truth of who we are, the bigness and the magnificence of the mystery of what is possible, and then commit in practical ways to actualizing that mystery. In just a few days, I think it's on Tuesday next week, we experience the spring equinox, and the sun moves into Aries and launches, in Western astrology, launches a new cycle of beginning. So as we prepare for the activation of the new burst of life and vitality with the first day of spring, we are committing again to showing up for what we're each here to do. Each of us is committing to showing up, and then together as a collective, we're committing to showing up as a family, as a human family. So the energy of mystery, the energy of bigness, the energy of magic, the energy of depths that it can even be hard to speak about is what this moon is about. The sense of the reality of the truth of who we are and what we're here for, that comes by our willingness to move into mystery and into the depths and to surrender maybe what we thought reality was in order to experience larger and bigger realities. So one of the really, I said it's been a crazy couple of months for me. Two really big things happened with my work and with our collective work of the Mystery School, and that is that we launched our new website, and then we moved into our first space, our own space, which has been such an incredible process and project and so filled with magic. And so tomorrow is the very first launch of the new leadership program for people who are already part of the Mystery School, who've been in the Mystery School for a while. We have a special program this year, and tomorrow is our first day of being in the space. And so I'm mentioning that because the walls are blank behind me. I actually stuck up a piece of fabric so it wouldn't be quite so empty for the video, because we don't have anything on the walls yet. The spaces are furnished and beautiful and spectacular, and it's a new beginning, a new start. And I'm feeling so much appreciation and gratitude for the magic and the power of materialization unfolding at the perfect time. I've waited for several years for this, and then it was time, and it unfolded, it flowered, and so many people showed up to help with this project and process. And I'm sharing this because this is what we are engaged in this year, is a project and process of materialization together, bringing our dreams to form. And this new moon is absolutely about that. So I mentioned already the Pisces moon is about mystery. And so now I'll share the spread that I pulled a couple of days ago. I've been meditating on this spread, and I'm excited and eager to share this brief message with you now that these cards are bringing forward. If you know the cards, if you know the tarot, you know that these three are all what are called major arcana cards. What that signifies is this is a spread of huge potential and something that might be hard to even understand in a practical way. It's unusual to pull three major arcana cards for the new moon spread. There's usually some practical advice involved. This one is it's an affirmation and an acknowledgement of the significance of the frequencies into which we're stepping this month. And because I work also with the astrology chart, I'm going to bring forward the messages of these cards with in relationship to signatures in the chart, because it absolutely is a reference to that. So first, in the position of the center, in the position of mind, is the Chariot. And the Chariot is the message here, if you want to feel it in your body, is the importance right now of us committing to center, to the forces of change are swirling. What we can do now through the strength of the warrior energy that we have built up and the tools and processes and practices we have, we can live in trust in the face of change. We can stay calm and centered in the midst of uncertainty. We can use our breath. We can use our tools of energy medicine, signified by the golden armor of the warrior. We can trust in the container that holds us, the four pillars around the figure, and we can trust all of the unseen helpers, these guardians who are pulling the chariot on the yellow brick road. This is an incredibly fortunate and hopeful signature in this full moon, in this new moon, in the chart. And the chariot, indeed, when it's pulled, is a card signifying that you are on your path, you are in the right place at the right time, and now is your job to trust and use your tools to stay aligned within so that you can participate and ride the waves of change and remain calm and centered. Okay, calm and centered. Big theme for this year, right? Then these two cards together are just so spectacular right now. And this card, the adjustment, one of the themes of adjustment is a direct expression of a super significant aspect of this new moon chart. And that is our ability to align through the sword of knowledge and understanding and will in order to fully show up and take responsibility for our circumstances. This card came up in the position of circumstances. It's signifying that we are ready and willing now by aligning within, being in the present moment and staying present. Then we're ready to come into relationship with our circumstances, including our physical body, either inner or outer circumstances, through internal alignment. In the teachings we work with, in the Hermetic Kabbalah teachings we work with in the Mystery School, this card is known as the power of the divine feminine, to bring a container and to bring a point of focus to all the unlimited potential and creative energy that is available all around us. So this sword, and I said there's a specific teaching in the astrology chart, this card can even be called karma. The name for this card can be karma, because the sword represents the sword of healing and clearing and banishing what doesn't serve us. And when we come into full relationship and we take responsibility for all the circumstances in our life, which is a high level of spiritual ability, which all of us are always working on, when we're willing to take responsibility for the circumstances of our life, we come into such clear alignment. We can balance on the point of the sword in perfect equilibrium, because we no longer perceive ourselves as victims of anything. So the master tools that are coming forward in this new lunar month with the Pisces New Moon are the ability to trust at even higher levels with our inner alignment, and to find our calm center in the midst of change. Know that we're on our path, know that all is blessed, and then to use that inner alignment to come into a clear relationship with all of our circumstances, so we can learn. The teaching embedded in the astrology chart is that if we're able to stay in the present moment and be fully aware and committed with our will, then we can learn in every moment what we need to do to come into equilibrium and balance. And that's what enables us to take full momentum and keep moving into higher and higher levels of consciousness and levels of awareness of what's possible in our life, higher levels of awareness of our own potential. And the final card to the right in the position of spirit is called Death. It represents metamorphosis and transformation and rebirth of new potential and new possibility. In the position of spirit, the message for us in this new moon is that we are indeed engaged in a process of change and transformation and deep mastery, and that we are being held in this larger endeavor of rebirth that in which we are engaged as individuals and a community. The energy of Scorpio, which this card represents, is of deep emotional power, and we're building new emotional muscles that enable us to come into stronger and fuller relationship, which is also this card, with everything, with all circumstances, and with ourselves. Releasing blame, surrendering blame, and living with the exhilaration of the adventure of this life. So, really big picture. And I always draw one more card, and the fourth card in this spread is a personal message of encouragement. The Prince of Wands is the full vitality of creative will and our commitment to being warriors of our will and our willpower. What's required this month is just a commitment to show up and to bring your attention in every moment back into the present moment. And that takes will. Our will is our superpower. There's unlimited commitment and courage and vitality and creativity and adventure and exhilaration available to you this month when you commit to that process and to showing up. You will be surprised what you learn in each moment, because if you surrender judgment of yourself, even around mistakes and things you think you did wrong, if you surrender judgment and just stay present in the moment, amazing treasures will unfold. And so that's this willingness and commitment to being present and to showing up with courage and creativity and vitality and adventure. Okay, so have an amazing Pisces new moon, and we are in the depths and the beginning of another adventure together in this new lunar phase. So thank you for being part of the work of this tribe in which we are, this tribe of the collective that we've created here to share the journey. And I wish you really an amazing month. If you're interested in learning more about the Year of the Dog and how you can work with the very practical principles and the inspiring principles of this year to understand that potentials for manifestation, go to thealchemyschool.com and click on events. You'll see Year of the Dog, and you can download the Year of the Dog presentation and the slideshow. And for bonus through April 31st, I'll mail you a book, your own book, and then you can also download the PDF of the book. And there are lots of tools and helpful principles there to support your journey and your unique gifts that are coming forward this year. So have a great day, a great month, and I'll see you again soon. This is Elizabeth Schermer with the Pisces New Moon message from the Alchemy Mystery School.